It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Doing the drive show for the next week and a half. Filling in. Ben, you've officially moved to Adelaide now, so you're batching it up here in Melbourne. How's batch life going?
Yeah, it's good. I was saying yesterday, I think, feel a bit lost when I go back to the apartment, nothing to do.
Yeah.
We can hang out.
I got stuff on. I went to the driving range today.
Cute. Nice.
Yep. But no, I do. Like, I like my life, so when I'm not in it, I'm like, oh, like...
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I think, to be honest, to be totally honest, when I knew this trip was coming up, I was looking forward to it because I was like, oh, that'll be nice. But then an hour into it, I was like, oh, yeah, no, I've had enough.
Is it a little bit nice, though, having, like, heaps of space in the bed?
No, because we have a king-size bed at home, and Sam always complains that I take up all the room.
Right, okay.
I don't think I do, but she said that apparently I sleep talk more than I realised, and she said I sleep talk a lot.
Oh.
And why is that funny?
I just remembered Liam's.
Oh, with the pressure.
Very good. I'm feeling a lot of pressure at the moment, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've just come back in. And no, actually, I'll let Ben finish saying what he's going to say first.
Sam was laughing. The only memory I have of that night is her laughing, but she was like, yeah, you were talking so much last night. I was like, what was I saying? She said you woke up like in a sweat and you were like, spiders everywhere.
Oh!
And then she was like, spiders? What? Where? In the bed? And you were like, so many webs, there's so many spiders. And then you just fell back asleep.
It's like
and then
Ron Weasley. That's something Ron Weasley would say.
And that's what I said. I was like, Ron, spiders everywhere.
Wow.
Go back to bed, Ron. Yeah.
Literally, it was like that.
You were Ron Weasley.
I was Ron Weasley.
I wouldn't expect that from you, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get that. I don't know if this is a thing. I've never looked it up, but I get it where I wake up, but I'm half asleep and I think I see spiders on the roof. And I, in my sleep, turn the light on and I start thinking I've got to get them and I picture them in the bed and stuff. But yeah, it's more like half asleep.
There must be something to that. Like, I don't know what, but like psychology.
Maybe
like,
growing up being told you eat 8 spiders a year in your sleep. Maybe it's been great.
Because I don't have a phobia of spiders.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. But I wake up and I think I see
don't,
them.
but I wouldn't want one on my hand. Like, I wouldn't want a big tarantula on my hand.
Yeah,
No?
I agree. I mean, if it was a Fear Factor challenge, I'd totally do it.
Yeah, if there was like something on the line, like there's money for charity or something, or there was something sort of. But
if they brought it to work and they're like, who wants to hold it? I'd be like, I don't know.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
But if they said it'll give $100 to a charity,
more than that. Well, I would rather give $100 to a charity than hold spider.
Yeah,
put it that
right,
way.
right.
I also don't think that a lot of the time the money goes to the charities.
here we go.
I think that they probably just had like a company and someone at the top's getting a lot of it.
Yeah, I did.
So if they could show me their receipts of where it's going, then maybe I'd hold the spider.
I did have one come up on my feed, and it was like, donate now to help these cats and like overseas.
Overseas cats.
Yeah. And I was like, like I would, but I was like, I don't know if that's even going to go to them. I don't know. So I was like,
of course, the Cat Protection Society, though, you know.
Yeah.
You know firsthand.
Yes. Well, I have donated, and I'm about to donate.
Would you hold a spider?
Also donate anything.
Hold a spider for the Cat Protection Society?
Yeah. I honestly, I don't have any fear of like any animals now at all. I don't know why.
Would you?
Like in Fiji, I found this beautiful toad, and he was on his back.
Could be poisonous. You got to be careful.
Oh well, I don't care.
Could have been faking it. Might have been trying to lure you in.
Yep. So
well, I picked him up.
Ooze into you.
He was beautiful, and I picked him up and I put him out of the way. And then
why are you picking up all this wildlife, man?
He was on his back, and I think he was dying, but his legs were kind of moving still. So I got him
Probably
up and I put him.
Probably sunbathing.
Yeah.
There was a big beetle, like huge beetle, like oh my god. And I would have, like back in the day, been so scared, but I just picked him up.
I
know
saw
with birds, you're not supposed to touch them if you find a bird.
I always
because then the mum will reject it.
Oh, baby ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
The mum won't like the smell.
Yes,
I
a lot
saw
of animals
possum with its face blown off today.
Liam.
No, I'm assuming it like just got zapped.
Well, what did you do?
Gave it what's it called? Mouth to mouth.
Yeah, CPR.
CPR, sorry, that's it.
Resus it. What do you think I did? I walked past it. Gonna pick it up.
Belle,
Get all dirty.
would you eat a meat pie for $1,000 donated to the Cat Protection Society?
But then multiple cows have been killed for that, so no. I just give them again. I just
Can I
give the
tell you
money
the
to
gag I
them.
made today when I saw the possum with the face blind?
No.
So it was near. I've told you this before. You know how there's the Zoom gum car parks at work. The Zoom Energy gum car it parks at work, and it's also on this street that I walk on.
Right.
And Sarah was like, "Oh, Scudder must have." I didn't know Scudder worked. Anyway, whatever. It was a bad joke I told months ago.
Yep.
But it was right near that van, and I said to Sarah, "That possum must have had some Zoom Energy gum because
Don't
his
look at
head had
me.
blown off."
Would you do it for 10 grand?
What?
10 grand meat pie. I would give you 10 grand to donate to the society if you ate a meat pie.
Well, I see all animals as equal, so why would I favour then the cats over the cows? The cows have been slaughtered for that.
But think about all the cats could be helped.
I'd
Be a
rather
good live
I would
stream either
rather
way,
save
wouldn't it?
that money and give it to them.
Wow. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, what I'm trying to do here is at some point, there is an amount that you would eat a pie for to donate to the society.
The pie, the pie figure would be there somewhere.
Yeah. Like you're lying if you said there's not.
I honestly, thinking about chewing on a dead cow, I can't do it. Just even picturing that is disgusting.
Hey, you know when we were talking about Ron Weasley before?
Yep.
It reminded me of something that happened in the holidays. So I was at a cafe in Cardiff, and this dude from Norway came over, and it sounds like a bit of a flex, but it's not really a flex, okay? It's for me to tell the story, I've got to say what actually happened.
Okay.
So the guy came over, and he likes my videos, right? He was a nice guy, and he asked for a photo just as the lady was coming to take our order, and we're waiting for ages because the place was really busy. Anyway, later on, when I was paying, she was like, "Oh, I've got to ask, are you in Harry Potter?" And I was like,
What?
No. And she's like, "Oh, because the guy before, because when he was talking to me, he's like, I love your Harry Potter video. Like, I love your Harry," and he got me to do a bit of a.
Oh my god, you did?
Oh,
my
yeah,
god, bless.
happy to oblige. But
Did
then
you do
she
that?
must have been Googling like people in Harry Potter on IMDb. Like, this guy doesn't look like any.
Lol.
She thought I was in Harry Potter and didn't even give me a discount. I should have said
So when you said no, did she say, well, what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
do?
Then I had to explain. I was like, no, like I make videos about Harry Potter stuff sometimes. It's not as good.
Do you said that you sometimes do it for people or you're happy to do that. Do people get you to do it in real life?
On the street,
Yeah.
sometimes people just do it sort of at you and you just do it
Yeah,
back
I
sort
could
of thing
imagine
rather
that,
than
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Or if like honestly, if anyone's ever like, hey, my kid likes the thing or whatever, I'm like, I'll send a video back.
Oh, that's so
But
sweet.
that's like a pretty easy thing. There was one the other day that kind of annoyed me. Actually, I haven't done it yet, but it was like they liked the Oasis stuff, and it's like my friend's getting married. He was like happy to donate to a charity of your choosing. I'm like, you're not going to do that. Just don't bullshit me. I'll send you the video for free.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to ask for money for it anyway. But like,
Well, ask them to send it to Cat Protection.
oh, I can. We can say, I'll say, send me a receipt. Send it to the Cat Protection Society Victoria.
I had a very awkward interaction at the Adelaide Showground Market. Shout out if they're listening. Thank you for saying hello. But I was doing the shopping. We were getting some fruit and veg, and then he came over. He had a partner, but he didn't come over and say, "Hey Ben, love the show." He came over and said, "Hey Ben, how you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, hey mate, I'm doing good." And then proceeded to chat with me like we've been friends for 20 years.
And you're thinking, who is
That's
this
what I
person?
was going.
You're
I-
thinking, I know. It's like,
But you know, sometimes when you see someone and you go like, "Oh,
I could know
I
them.
know I know them, but I don't know where I know them
Yes.
from." This person, I know I didn't know them,
Right.
but I think just the way they came up to me with so much confidence. And then after Sam was like, "Oh, who was that?" She introduced me, and I was like, "I don't know who that was." But she was like, "Well, they seem to think you did," and I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't," and I couldn't say, "What's your name?" in case they did.
Yes.
It's very awkward.
I
So
find it so funny if your cousin was listening to this podcast or something and being like, that dick, like that was me.
it could have been
cousin
someone,
Elijah.
It could have been someone that I met a long time ago, but
Or like one of my friends. Yeah, that's the thing sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like they're not quite familiar, but it's like,
Yeah.
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 No, I had that at the RSPCA. There was a lady there, and she was like, "Oh, it's Belle. Hi."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Hey." She's like, "How are you?" I was like, "Yeah, good." And then afterwards, Christian was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, I
Hmm.
don't know, but I think, I knew I didn't know
It's
it.
nice because I think the reason people sometimes do it is because they listen to the show or the podcast and then they feel like they know you super well. So when they come over, they just go, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm good." But then there's that
Which is
awkwardness of-
nice,
There's
though.
no one introducing them. "Hey, my name's blah. I love the show." You go,
And
"Oh,
then
that,
you
thank you
can't
so much."
introduce Sam because you're like, I can't.
Yes.
I don't know who this.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Wow.
Some exciting news. I haven't got around to telling you yet.
Oh my God. What?
Sauna's been delivered. and set up. Yep.
You're not getting Jack Post to make one for you? I know he's doing that at the moment.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go down the route of making one.
I did see that video of what was that vibe? It was like a video game.
Yeah, so like when you're
funny.
choosing your character.
Yeah, that was funny.
So it's weird because I've wanted a sauna for a long time. I've only really started considering it in the last 3 to 6 months. He's going down the route of building one. All the research I did was you can build one if you're passionate about it and you want to build one for the fun of it, but cost-wise, it doesn't save you any money. So I was like, well, I'll just buy one pre-made then get delivered.
Yeah, so that's in Adelaide.
How?
now.
So how many
In the
people can
shed.
fit in that?
2.
Could 2 people sleep in there with a cavoodle?
No, certainly not.
Aw.
Okay, just checking. Just asking for something. Now, I've been very flippant with my Adelaide move.
Yep.
So I have sold my place in Melbourne. Sarah and I have. So that is off the table. Just haven't really worked out the other end yet. But I'm sure in the next week and a half, have something entirely firmed up.
I do have space of mine if you would like.
No, it's fine. Look.
And I don't have any cats now, so Toby can be there too. Doesn't matter.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't intrude. We'll work it out. It's more. I'm not too worried about the in between. It's more just like where we're going to live long term. But we'll work that out.
You'll be
I'll probably hang
alright.
at the station for a bit. I can just sleep under the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I used to shower at work a lot over Adelaide.
Yes.
And there were some the colleagues that slept there sometimes as well.
Was there?
Yeah. Well, there was that one time. I won't say the person's name, but Belle said there was a homeless person sleeping in the and
'Cause I got
was
in there
like,
first, and
and
I was like-
I went to check, and I was like, no, that's just X from the sales team.
That's an employee.
They've just had a big night, and you're like, no, it's not. No,
I thought
no.
there was a random person there.
Look,
'cause I
there's
was
a
by
random
myself.
man. He must have broke in, and no,
It was
no.
4 a.m. and I was by myself, and I was like, there's someone sleeping on the couch.
I think we told this story before, but when we were at Fresh, we used to do long, long days. Sometimes as well, I was working at the dairy farm still. And then coming to
Oh,
work.
I love this story.
And then they had a storage room, which was like for all the tech storage. And they used to have, like on the walls to soundproof the walls, they had like foam, like egg carton foam. It's like bumpy. And there's a lot of that on the floor. And so one day after a long day, I had to stay in the city because I think we had to stand up that night. So I was like, well, rather than driving all the way home and then driving back, I'm just going to sleep in the storage room on the foam. And I remember falling asleep. I remember in the middle of my sleep, the light being turned on. I like kind of half woke up, didn't know what was going on, heard the door open and shut. And then later got in trouble by the general manager of the station because they were a bit strapped for cash at the time. And they were trying to get sponsors on board. And so he was doing a tour with 2 potential sponsors to donate some money to the station. And he opened the door, and one of the volunteers, i.e. me, was asleep on the floor.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, I think we've
That's
all
not.
had
I
a
mean,
stint
that's
sleeping
just
at work.
because you were like working so hard and then working later that you just needed a bit of rest
Yeah,
time.
but
which
you can
made
imagine though
sense,
if
you
you were
know?
in the GM's shoes
Yeah,
and
it's
those, like, that's so strange to
it's a
open the
piece of
door
work.
and
But
someone's
also,
on the
why
floor.
is he showing them the freaking tech storage
I used
room?
to when I was back in my worksite days, I'd slept on some insulation, obviously not like the raw stuff, but when it's bagged up,
Yep,
it's pretty comfy.
like a cloud.
Dark little spot there, just
Yeah.
tuck away. No one can tell you what to do for a
Yeah.
couple of hours.
At the radio station or in
No, on the
someone's-
work site.
Oh wow.
Yeah, labour.
Okay.
Sometimes
Wow.
when you're doing a long drive and you're just like, I don't remember the last hour,
Yep.
like little micro naps.
Yep.
You know, people say that a lot. I'm
I
like,
used- I know, it's
I
really
honestly
bad. I
don't
used to
think
do
I have experienced that. They're like, yeah, it's just like when you're like, oh, you're at your destination. Oh, I'm there. I'm like, I don't get that.
Hang on, you talking about with the car? You haven't had that?
Yeah, you know, when people say that's like a thing,
You've never had that?
I don't get that. I've not had that sensation.
I
You
used
haven't, you haven't
to,
driven long enough.
yeah, like living
Well,
in.
no, I've been driving from Adelaide to Melbourne all the time.
Yeah, but you and Sarah swap?
I do it myself a lot.
Yeah, but you do a lot of stops though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably because I'm not doing what you're doing of falling asleep
No, I'm
for
saying
3
if
hours.
If you want to
like-
experience it, do it.
I don't.
No,
I
it's not.
don't-
We do not encourage
I don't want to
that.
experience
Do it in one go. You can stop once in Horsham and do it at night time.
Yeah, okay, that's psychopathic. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm stopping. We got the dog.
Yeah. No.
Also doing
My
lots of. I've got a small bladder.
because it's like a 2022 model, so
It
it's
screams at me
semi-new.
like,
It screams at me like,
enough.
pull over, pull
Oh,
over.
really?
Like,
You'd hate
flashes,
that.
It flashes coffee at me. It's like, get out of the coffee, stop the car.
Does it really?
Yeah, it really yells at
Oh
you.
wow, wow! No, I when I drove over to Adelaide and back on the weekend, my mum let me use her car, and hers is 2017, and it has that line detection thing.
Yeah, if you're
Oh.
outside the line.
But like, Sometimes I had to go over to I can't remember why, but it's just yelling at you. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's too much.
Sounds like you can't keep that car in between the lines.
No.
is what you're
No, it was
telling
like
me
even
here.
if you just put the indicator on and then started, it was just there was a lot of yelling and a lot of beeping, and then it also did you've been driving, and I was like, I know I have. Like, this is too modern for me.
Yeah, I'm driving you car. You don't drive me.
You don't need to tell me what I
Apparently-
need to do.
Apparently, we've got the feature on our car. I'm sure what you do, Ben. You've got a newer car than me, but it's like that it does, and which is also a sign of weakness, of course. But it does the reverse parallel for you.
Wow.
But I can't work out how to do it. Sarah said that she's like, yeah, you press this button. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't tried the feature
Yeah,
yet,
I
but
don't-
apparently it has it.
Don't trust that at all.
How does
Well,
it
I-
work? Do you pull up
Well,
next
I
to the
did
car?
a thing where it was like just reversing into a normal one, and she told me the button to press. It was actually on my
Just
birthday.
a normal reverse.
Just a
park.
normal reverse park. It was like a very easy thing, but I just wanted to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And I pressed it, and I was like waiting because I was assuming it was going to break for me, and it was going pretty fast back in a car park, and I had to I hit the skids and sort of it jolted us forward a bit, but I was like, was that going to stop? I don't think it was.
It
You don't
shouldn't
wanna
go
test it out,
fast
yeah.
either. What if
Yeah, it was going pretty fast,
Ooh.
faster than I would reverse into a car park. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, mine just I have to do everything. But that's okay. I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
Nice.
All right, sweet. Well, we've got half an hour till the show starts. Good show. If you're listening to this before you listen to the show,
It's been two
podcast.
bangers.
Yeah, may we say?
There was an update I was going to give for the Gabba Goodbye.
Oh yeah, no parking.
No parking was the update. So,
parking,
so New Ben did scout it out for us. He went and checked it out. He said there's not tons of seating, but there's enough room definitely to rock up. So please come along. It's going to be next Thursday.
Imagine if we locked out the Sopranos restaurant. If we're like, it's too busy, it's shut down. We're going to go find a bigger venue on the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine.
You never know.
Well, we're a bit off it at the moment.
At Glastonbury, Kneecap locked out the Westholt stage an hour before it started.
Are you saying we're kneecap?
The hype might be there. The hype might just be there.
Well, look, if you want to come along, BLB at novaentertainment.com.au. We'll pay for your dinner and your drinks. Just have to RSVP so we can get a rough idea of numbers. But Ben did say on his scouting mission that there's no parking. So you have to go park in a parking lot and then walk the rest of the way.
Yeah, or honestly, I just get public transport there because it's South Melbourne and
Yeah. It's not a great spot for pulling up out the
I
front.
wouldn't drive, honestly. But hey,
Yeah, unless that's you come from the country or something.
Unless you park at the Coles on Clarendon Street and walk over.
Where you go? We're going to walk?
walk?
It's not that far from here. 15 minutes. To Sopranos.
Nah.
Maybe a bit longer.
Yeah.
25?
Walking wise?
What are we saying,
Yeah,
a
I'd say
brisk
20,
25?
20.
20.
Okay. Split the
1.4 Ks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's not bad. We
That's
can-
not
we
a
can
bad walk. Especially you want to walk some of the pizza off after.
So
you
are we walking there from here?
know. I would.
No, you won't.
What do
No,
you
you
mean?
won't. You ain't getting a work Uber.
It's too short of a distance, right? 1.4 Ks.
Are we all going to have a good stroll over there? Is
I
that
think
the
we
plan?
could do that,
You're
potentially.
not going to work. You're not going to work Uber Lamb?
Probably
What
not.
am I even doing here?
I don't really use the work Uber too much.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus or the Uber.
Wait, what did you use it for?
Just to
Who?
get to work today, one time. Not a big deal.
What's happened? Have you been using it?
No,
Have you been taking advantage of the work Uber?
just today.
What did you do?
I don't have a car.
What did you do yesterday?
No, regular Uber. I don't
No,
know.
you didn't.
No, I think I did. I don't know.
What about Monday?
Jet lag, man. I can't remember. I played the fifth.
I think no, you're allowed to use it to get to work and home.
That's what I thought. Anyway,
But you're not supposed to use it just whenever
Really?
you want. It's not just there to use whenever you want.
No, but
it's
if it's
use
to do, if you have to get to and from work, I think you can use it.
Yeah, but if your car's no, because it's like with tax, you can't claim your house because you need somewhere to sleep at night. There's certain things you need in life, irrespective of a job, like a house. So you can't claim that. So it's the same as with work. Like it's expected that you can claim a bit of your petrol, but I don't think work expects you to use the work Uber just to get to work. That's kind of part of the job, is getting to the job, right?
I've used it.
It's not there.
times for that.
It's not Nova's responsibility to make sure you get to work. That's your job as an employee.
In the work Uber account, the option is there to click to and from work.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, I've used
Sometimes
it
you
before.
just got to jump on No Boy's back and he'll blast you to the station.
Yeah.
Oh, twist my arm then. I'll do it too.
No, but we will
of course,
be-
I'm just joking. I always. Okay, I've used it a couple times. I've used it a couple
What's
times.
your plan tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll see. As I said, I'm jet lagged, a bit skittled, so
Yeah.
sometimes I just
Do you want me to
click
pick
the wrong
you up?
account. That's fine. I'll just work Uber.
She heard him yesterday. He was bragging about it.
No, I wasn't.
Really?
No, I wasn't.
Bragging.
Let's finish this pod. Let's finish it up. All right. All the
He
business
should
is
have
done.
he got it out and he ordered and he laughed and laughed.
Should we? Maybe we can tomorrow. We can call our boss and ask what the go is if we're allowed to or not.
Well, no, because then you put a real
We
spotlight
could say
on it.
hypothetically, if one of
I
us.
don't think that's that funny.
I think you've always got the default excuse of, I didn't know. Because it's a little button in the bottom left corner where it's like you can switch cards and you can go from
No,
personal.
you cannot claim that you didn't know it was on the work account because when you book with the work account, there's multiple stages after you book the Uber that says.
Yeah.
There
now
is
you have to
also now
select
this
Y,
audio
now you have to
recording.
No, I didn't notice. I was just in a rush. And I was like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, but then it also says, are you going to a red room? Are you going to a client?
I was
event?
in the motions. I wasn't thinking. I was a bit skittled.
Bit skittled, you know.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
So, guys,
we should
Hopefully we still have a
beep
show
all
tomorrow.
that.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.